CMC, for the people, by the people, and to the people. Citizens Movement for Change. Oh yes, a new day has come. Yes, a new day has come. Rise up, Liberia. CMC, for the people. CMC, by the people. Let us join our hands together to build a better life. CMC, CMC, for the people. CMC, by the people. Let us join our hands together to build a better life. Equity, national unity, transparency, accountability, social justice, integrity, CMC core values, CMC global. It is a new day for Liberia. It is a new day for the people. Let's all together. Let's all together. It's a unity. Raise up your hands. CMC. The land of liberty, the land of freedom, the love of liberty brought us together. Let's hold together in peace and unity to build a better Liberia. CMC, CMC, for the people. CMC, by the people. Let's hold together in peace and unity to build a better Liberia. CMC, CMC, for the people. CMC, by the people. Let's hold together in peace and unity to build a better Liberia. CMC, yes, 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 the time has come.
CMC. Yes. 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 The time has come. Of course, you are watching CMC News. This is the program where we'll be telling you some of the interesting things that the political leader, Musa Hassan Bility, is doing in Liberia, how he is trying to improve our infrastructure. He's trying to improve the economy. He's trying to improve the livelihood of Liberians. So we will be telling you some of the things that he's doing and also some other news that's going on in the country. So thank you for joining us, and I look forward to having a very spirited show. I'm awaiting Mr. Smith Tobe and also the chair of the USA, CMC USA and Canada. They both are going to be joining me. But before, there's really some interesting things that are happening, and I was waiting forward to hearing Mr. Smith Toby break the news to us. But I just want to tell you that if you home, just kind of tossing and turning and not sure, when you're going to fall asleep, this is where you need to be. Come and listen to what's going on in our country. If you are on your night shift, working at a clinic, or maybe just driving from one end of the place to the other end of the country, maybe you're coming from, Cape Mount to Monrovia, or perhaps you are driving from Kakata to Basa. This is the place to be. Tune in and listen to what is going on in our country, Liberia. I want to just spend some time basically just updating you to some of the news that I'm aware of about that's happening in in CMC. Oh, great. I'm happy that I'm joined by Mr. Smith Toby here, and we'll soon shortly be joined by Miss Victoria uh, Sendolo Zulu. Um, I was just trying to tell everyone, Mr. Toby, that I was up that some of the very interesting things that are happening in the CMC. Yesterday, we told you about the wonderful, beautiful Liberian group of Liberian women that came to the headquarters unknown to us, and they wanted to be a part of CMC. They are seeing the vision that CMC is able to provide for Liberia, and so they want to be a part of it. I want to call and ask every one of you who want to see change in Liberia, who want to be a part of this transformation process, especially the young generation of Liberia. We know that we have a population that largely consists of young people. Is 80%. Some of the statistics are telling us consists of young people, the next generation in our country, and we need to have this country operating on a next generation mode. So I just want to tell you that I know that I want to say congratulations to Liberians that are in Nigeria. I can't stop talking about them. I can't stop being so proud of them. They have met the threshold. We have a certain threshold in our constitution that allows a group of Liberians that are outside of Liberia to become a part of CMC, and they sure have met that threshold. So I want to say congratulations to them. I'll be in deep communication with them shortly. We just want to tell you thank you for your hard work, Mr. Dada. Dada, your last name is escaping me, but I know it's Dada. Thank you so much for your hard work. I want to tell the rest of the CMC members thank you for the unity, the spirit of unity that you bring to this organization, the spirit of just of familyship, if I can use that word, that you bring to this organization. We like the fact that we can take the hard punches. We like the fact that we can be considered the underdog to some people, but we know the Liberian people know the truth. We know what the Liberian people want, and that's what we have to offer them. So I want to just welcome all of you that are tuning into uh, CMC News. We want to thank you. Mr. Toby, I was just doing a short, brief opening. Thank you for joining us. And shortly we'll be joined by Miss Victoria Sendolo Zulu, but I want to turn it over to Zulu. I'm sorry, Zulu. I want to just turn it over to you.
Well, thank you. Thank you very much, Dr. Richardson, for uh, this great time. And again, let me say, for and on behalf of the entire team, we are again happy to be here on this platform. We also want to extend greetings on behalf of the CMC family to our many friends and fans out there, those of our folks monitoring us via radio from their homes, those of you following us here on this platform. We are indeed happy to be here tonight on this platform. We talk more about activities happening within the CMC. We bring some very clear understanding around the workings of the citizens movement for change. And we are happy that this team, being a very committed team, always want to be here to clear your doubts on issues unfolding within the citizens movement for change. So on behalf of our political leader, we want to say it again, a big welcome to all of you. And we hope our stay here tonight will be worth your time, so we can bring some sense to the discourse and get Liberians to understand a lot more about the citizens movement for change. So again, Dr. Richardson, I'm Sue and Henry, and of course Vic will all be joining us very soon. And then we'll dive into a lot more of some of the current development within the citizens movement for change. Like that was just trying to recap where we stopped last evening, knowing very well that the level of interest that Liberians, have started to express about the citizens' movement for change, the political leader, the ideology of the movement, is giving us the belief that we are in a unique and organized political party. Liberian has for so long been driven in their political ideology by so many political parties. They've gotten stuck to two of the main political parties, and they haven't found the alternative. We've heard about several other political parties with different names and different ideology. All they talked about is Liberia and promises to the people they intend to lead or rule. And so Liberians have always gambled in the quest to find good leadership. The CMC, the newest on the political scene, is introducing a new form that is going down the spines of the Liberian people. They seem to be accepting the ideology of the citizen movement for change through the conversation of development and not promises. The CMC is introducing a new path to allowing people see the worth of the party in terms of the things they opt to do for them before election. The CMC is the current political party that is 4 years ahead of election, that has come to the political limelight and working in the interest of the people. Something that is worrying the current administration, something that seems to be a developing concentration of the current administration. That is why everywhere they hear the CMC is making progress, they want to turn that to be an obstacle. But the Liberian people will see the true picture of the citizen movement for change. They will get to know the level of leadership that has been provided in our country or that has been provided through different political actors. So tonight, our talking point will be a lot more on what actually took place on today. We'll give a backdrop as to how we got to where we are and some of the issues we've encountered, not just on the today's conversation, but again, we experienced these things some months back in some other counties. And as we go through our conversation tonight, we will again retrospect and as to why we are at this point. And someone said to me today is like the CMC is the party that is really awakening the conscience of the government. And if we say we want to build a road, the government will go to build a road. So we leave the road and they go and find the money to build the road. If the CMC say they're going to build a bridge, it worries the government, and they will say they'll find the money to build the bridge. So the government is not thinking about doing those things in those communities that the CMC is opting to make impact until we approach those communities and the government gets really awakened. And I think that by putting stop to activities of the CMC is going to derail the CMC. But I think it's giving more attention to the CMC. We've been hearing a lot of conversation since today and on the government's through the Ministry of Public Work Action. And we will talk about that, Dr. Richardson, because the communication that were written initially by the Ministry of Public Work and the communication that was written today are two different communications.
Yes.
And we'll get to understand as to why we are at this point. And again, it is with the county that has been denied because of the politics of the day. And as we set the stage for the conversation, awaiting the rest of the crew members. But I'm sure it has been a very good day. I didn't see it as a bad day. You know, I woke up this morning with that entire bridge conversation in my head.
Yeah.
And yes, something just kept telling me that today could be a day. And then I called the chairman of the party and I called the
Mm-hmm.
secretary general, and then I spoke to Honorable Josiah Mervyn Cole.
Mm-hmm.
When I called him, he was in section. And then I suggested today to the secretary general and that of the chairman of the party, I said, but the PL is not in country.
Yeah.
Is there any way that we can form a team of 3 to make a follow-up to the Ministry of Public Works uh, to find out as to where we are with the communication and the conversation around the project in Bond County?
Yes.
And then the chairman said to me, oh, it was a brilliant idea. The Secretary General, Mr. Wilfred
Mhm.
Bangura, had accepted, but the chairman had gone on an inspection around the Cardware area, so he could not come to office in time. So when we got at the office,
Mm-hmm.
while we were preparing to go to the Ministry of Public Works,
Mm-hmm.
we saw a gentleman from the Ministry of Public Works walk into the secretariat. He said, I'm from the Ministry of Public Works. So I said, okay, good to see you. Welcome. We're just thinking about going to your ministry to find out, make a follow up on our communication to the ministry. It's been a while.
Mm-hmm.
So, yes, we brought the response from the Ministry of Public. By the way, I signed for that communication today
Okay.
and from the Ministry of Public Works. So, I received the communication. The first thing I did, I took a screenshot of the communication and I forwarded it to the political leader and I sent a copy to Honorable Josiah Mervyn Cole,
Yes.
because we were just contemplating on going to Public Works today.
Mm-hmm.
And we read it, we went through it, saw their what were being written to us in return of what they requested from us. And then we got to know that we were at a point of 2 different communication on one subject matter. So we can talk about that tonight. And I'm
Yes.
very sure Liberian are listening. We've been following different outlets. The
Mm-hmm.
optics is bad in the
Yes.
county. The update is bad. The people in the county, by the way, today a gentleman called on one of the local radio stations when I
Okay.
was being when I was being interviewed in the county from Monrovia and telling them that we've accepted what the ministry have responded to us with.
Mm-hmm.
And he called after my conversation with the media institution and he burst in tears and he could
Oh.
not believe exactly what he was hearing. And you know, several other conversations going on in the country right now knows very well that other counties will dance and celebrate, but Bond County is a unique county in terms of their approach to development. It seems very ugly. People think that the county belongs to them. If it is not them, it should not be another person. The river we're talking about, that originates I live in that county. I grew up there. I went to school there. I
Okay.
went to Bond County in 1978. I left Bond County only when the war hit that county. So I saw road connectivity in the county. Bond County is connected by only one bridge. That bridge, if I'm not mistaken, was built somewhere around 1964. The
Wow.
only bridge, the river we are talking about, the river divides the city into 2. Either on the other side of the river or you're on the other side of the river. So you found that the water that the bridge passes over split the town into 2 parts with one bridge. If for any reason that bridge that was built somewhere around the 60s collapsed, the county will be cut off. There have been instances where children going to school will get drowned in the river. There are
Wow.
instances, there are instances when the water overflow, it bends. People on the upper side and the lower side of the river gets cut off. Those who are using those makeshift uh, cross path, something they call monkey bridge, will not have access to the other side of the town. So I'm sure it was predicated upon that the representative of that district is Honorable Josiah Mervyn Cole. And in his rerun for the election, he
Mhm.
made a promise during his campaign speech that he was going to look out and about to make sure that the district is connected via another bridge.
Mm-hmm.
And good for him, he came across with Mr. Musa Hassan Belete.
Mm-hmm.
They're now in the same political space. Mr. Belete has been building bridges in Nimba. We've built several bridges, not bridges that I'm sure the Ministry of Public Work have seen. I'm sure the ministry have even used some of those bridges built by Mr. Belete to connect other parts of Nimba County. With all of the conversation around Nimba, the political conversation with the vice president, the Musa Belete inclusion in the politics of Nimba, the superintendent of Nimba County, I've never seen them, you know, hesitate when it comes to development of the. That is why Nimba is fast developing as compared to any other county, in Liberia. I'm sure that apart from the Osorado area, but there's no other county in this republic that is developing infrastructure-wise like Nimba. They are divided politically, but when it comes to development, they are very strong in their quest to develop their county. No matter who's doing the project, they may not like the person as a political actor, but they are not serving as hindrance to the development of the project because the project goes to the county. It belongs to the county. It is for the resident of the county. The roads that Mr. Belete is building, it is not being mentioned Musa Belete Road. The bridges he's building, his name are not placed on those bridges. He's naming them after permanent sons and daughters of Nimba who has made tremendous contribution to the county. But the Bond County situation is a different story. We will further elaborate, but Ansel have joined us, and that I'm sure when you saw the communication today, I would like to find out from you what really was the first thing that struck you when you saw the communication. Let me hear you on this one.
Well, thank you, Mr. Toby, and also welcome, uh, Ansu. Yeah, I was disappointed when I saw the communication today because I felt hopeful. I think about a couple of days ago, you sort of mentioned that you felt hopeful that the Ministry of Public Work was going to honor the request. Okay. Nobody saw that they were going to play politics with the lives of Liberians. Nobody saw that. Nobody saw that they were going to play politics with children who have to go to school and sometimes get drowned in that bridge. Nobody saw that a bridge would be separating one county, a town, and instead of us think about uniting the town so families can connect with each other, so friends can connect with each other, so the economy can continue, can roll on. But the government of Liberia is choosing to play politics. And so I was very disappointed in the government of Liberia. And also, like you said, and we're going to go into it as you said, Mr. Toby, like you said, the bridge has two kind of responses to the letter that was sent to the Ministry of Public Work.
Yeah.
So you said that they were the first thing they asked about was drawings. Today they are focusing on budgetary, uh, you know, manners, budgetary issues. Okay, because they have flipped. The government of Liberia is choosing to flip politics by flipping from asking you guys to present the drawings, which you're going to tell us here on this show that you complied with that. Now we're hearing them ask for something completely different. What are
Yeah.
they trying to do? What are they trying to play? But in the end, as the day went by and I, reflected on this issue, I started to think, where is the state of the bridge in Bobolu? That was another bridge that they denied CMC from building,
Mhm.
despite the fact that we had made the case that it was dangerous for Liberians to be exposed and using such a bridge. So maybe we need to send our people out there, or maybe the state of the bridge in Bopolu, because they denied us. And I was thinking, I said, okay, maybe they are denying us because, okay, the government of Liberia, I want to give them some credit. I want to give them, I have hope in the government of Liberia, because I think that if they do well, my brother, cousins, sisters, and family members in Liberia will do well. Okay.
Yeah.
But if they don't do well, then we are all going to suffer. So I'm hopeful that the fact that they told us they're going to follow up on building this mission proposal, I said, okay, great. The fact that they said, oh, they got money in their budget, yeah, we don't even know where the money is, and I would love to see. I would love to see where that money is.
Mhm.
Which part of the budget? Which budget are they talking about? Did they inform the Liberian people about this budget that they are talking about? Have they ever come and communicated with us Liberian people and said, okay, in October, we found money, we got money granted from this company, from the United Nations, from USAID, no more USAID Liberia, of course. This is where we got the money from. But you don't come today to us, November, and start telling us that you have budgetary allotment for building a bridge in the Jaw River, Bon County. Okay, you don't come today to tell us that. So there's a myriad of things that went in my head about this bridge, and I have more to say about it because I'm still thinking about it. What is going on with Liberia? How can this be a losing situation? The fact that CMC wants to build a bridge for the people of Bon County. How is that a losing situation?
So before Helen or Ansu make their point, let me again speak to our audience here for some further clarity. So when the first thing about the county itself is so entrenched into politics as compared to development. So there are individuals in the Bond County political space who believe that maybe the county belongs to them and they should be the front runners of the county. They've managed to succeed in doing that in time past because, again, they are in the authority. And so when the bridge announcement was being made in Banga, the first conversation that came from the superintendent of the county
That's right. I
was
remember
that was that oh, the Ministry of Public Works has just called her and said to her that they got a blueprint for the bridge. That was the initial conversation. Honorable Josiah Mervyn Cole had gone to see the superintendent who have just returned from out of the country. Her, her second protestation was, oh, you did not invite us to the groundbreaking of the bridge. We are the authority here. Of course, we're moving from one end of the county to the capital in Monrovia. The political actors of the county were calling, and